Hello and welcome to the final episode of Space Invaders. What we're looking at here is the game manager. This basically sits on top of the game, and if we actually go into the real game itself, you can see here that it basically calls the game manager, and the game manager handles all of these things. So when the game changes states, it has different updates and different renders for the different modes that it should be in. So if we go in here and run the game, you can see that right now it's in attractor mode. I'm actually really proud that I was able to get this to work. I designed it myself, the scrolling thing myself, and I really like it. So I hit spacebar here to move to the next state, and you can see the sound effects are currently working. As soon as the UFO comes, I'm going to turn it off. Okay, so I'm going to mute that now. You've seen all of the sound effects. So here you can see that I'm killing these guys, and you can see down the right-hand corner there, it's getting a little bit faster every time I kill one of these guys. You can see that it pauses. If I hold down C, you can see the collision boxes. Oh jeez. I don't want to die. I want to actually kill this wave. So you can see that it'll respawn a little bit closer to the ground. Oh jeez. Oh, I don't want to die. Well, I guess I could show you that it does cycle. See, now we're back at the attractor mode. Yeah, so this is actually because of the way I coded the attractor mode. If I had more time, I'd do it a little bit cleaner, but I have to wipe the batch for the attractor mode in order to get that effect, the scrolling effect, to restart every time. But in the actual gameplay itself, none of the objects are killed. You can see here that, like, as I'm killing them, it's not destroying them. That's only for the attractor mode because of just the way I coded it. As you always say, get it to work and then get it to run well. I did not have the opportunity to get the attractor mode to run well yet. So if I had more time, I would love to be able to actually develop a wipe that doesn't clear the entire thing. So here you can see that the collision boxes are changing. The bombs are spawning faster and faster. You can see here that I can destroy this, and then oh jeez. Up there. Now there we go. You can see they're spawned a little bit lower now, and they're moving a little bit faster. Let's see that these collision boxes are here. If I shoot the UFO, he'll give me a random score. I want to be up front. The UFO does not spawn any bombs. I did not know that the UFO spawns bombs, and it was a little bit too late at that point for me to figure out what kind of bomb they spawned and the details of that. So I figured that I would, if I had more time, it would definitely be something that I could put in easily. But time was kind of short. I was already, running out of time. So you can see here that the bombs are colliding with the floor. When I shoot these things, those collision squares don't show up anymore. The collision boxes get resized depending on their children. Oh, please, I wanted to beat that guy. Well, I guess I had already showed you the two, so that was, I guess, what the thing was. You can see that the high score updates, and then this keeps running. So basically, just to show you some code that I'm proud of. What I want to show you is the font scrolling thing that I developed by myself. I liked it a lot. It's in here, and then it's a command, uses a command pattern, and when the command is executed, it basically increments the index and then gets the substring from 0 to the index, updates the font, and then adds the timer back to it. And when it's done, it has an observer that it notifies. And what this does is it allows it to begin scrolling the next line and the next line and the next line. And then when it's all done, it notifies the observer for the the game over screen, and then that basically switches the modes. So in here there's different game states. I briefly mentioned those before. Basically how that works is each one has a different update. So this update calls the master update, which is actually a second list of it's a second list of time events, and these are uninterruptible time events. And basically what that is it's things like the player death animation, and also the I'm sorry, I'm really tired. It's the player death animation and the changing of the screens to the new states. And I wanted to show you the bombs. So I have the 3 different bombs, and those bombs are a strategy from their bomb type, and they hold on to their sprite, and they assign the sprite, and they update the sprite. There's bomb factory, so those are recycled. I also have the explosions are also a strategy. So here you can see the UFO has a sprite, and also he despawns and does a certain thing. And then there's also the player ship explosion, has a unique behavior for despawning, and then and it applies its animation to the timer, and then it stops the animation. Excuse me. And then also I have the alien explosion, bomb explosion, etc. Explosion expiration, which is the timer, and also an explosion factory, so it reuses a lot of the explosions. And I have my UFO, shields, which I go over that in my design document here. And let's see, the render batch manager. Let's see. In the game state here, for pause, it only updates the time. For play, it does a regular update. For attractor mode, it does a special, render attractor, because I have batches for the render, so that way I can, change the, not render that batch, and the font will go away, and then I can clear it up, and everything is great. So here I get the attractor update and update. This is so that the keys are different. It's not incredibly, modular at this point, but, time was kind of running out. Here's the end game. And then, the game manager. So you can see here, let's do this. Let's move these guys down so that I can show you that they collide with the shields. Yeah, so you can see here, make him a little faster. Come on, go faster. Oh, jeez. When I don't want to die, that's when I die, right? So you can see here that he's not quite at the shields yet, but you can see that, I didn't script this or anything. Like, it's really working. I'm gonna stay under the shield over here. Hopefully they'll collide with the shield next time around. You can see that the UFO is spawning up top. Let's see. Hopefully he's gonna collide right now, and the shield will go away. Yep. So you can see that the shield is getting destroyed, and it'll continue to do so as it goes. Let's see. Yep. So that works there. Let's put it back up at the top. This is where you can change all of the individual, alien grid stuff. Set the lives. So basically, that's pretty much it. I'm trying to think if there's anything more I should show you, or I have a trigger manager, which is basically controls the object, the observer managers. And you can see here that I have all these observers attached to these collisions. Here you can see the input manager. Input manager basically, handles all the input and then notifies the observers that correspond with each key. Now don't forget, M is to mute it. C, holding down, is to show the collision boxes. And I got the score manager here. Yep. So the score manager handles, setting the score and keeping the score. And then the font manager uses the glyph, and basically he handles all this stuff, preloads it ahead of time, and then attaches this. And then it's pretty cool. I like this a lot. I just basically scroll it, and then I choose, the speed at which it scrolls. And then this is just a glyph of the aliens. So this, this is for the attractor screen. When it shows those aliens, this basically just goes through them and renders that very quickly. Yeah, so this is basically it for that. And the delayed object manager. I'm going to show you, well, I guess that's pretty much it, really. There's time manager. Oh, I fixed the thing from, what's it called? The midterm. You told me to take the priority out and create my own priority. So I have a priority list and a priority link now. So it's its own thing. The priority is no longer in that one. And other than that, I want to be honest with you. So things that are not in the game. No 2-player mode. UFO does not drop bombs. And the aliens, when they hit the bottom, it doesn't do anything. The reason for this is you didn't say in here that it had to, and I was really strapped for time. So if that was something that I didn't do. So, yeah. But basically, this is pretty much it. I mean, the game runs. It cycles through all of the things. There's 3 different bombs. The plunger, the zigzag, plunger, straight. The sound works. I muted it because that is just the most annoying sound ever. You can see the squid are slightly smaller than their counterparts. Yeah, I can shoot through the shields. The missile collided with the bomb. I can only shoot once, no matter how many times I press the space button. Let's see what else. I think that's just about it. I'm sorry if I forget anything, but I promise you I worked really hard on this. I devoted so much time to this. I'm really proud of what I got, but I am exhausted. Oh, and I also don't have this graphic here. I just was running out of juice, so I figured as long as I got this thing down to, the actual number down here, that's good enough for now. But other than that, that is pretty much it. Yeah, well, thanks for watching. Thanks for teaching me this quarter. I really enjoyed this class. Yeah, all right, well, have a good spring break.